Beautiful Perth at the moment. I thought I would do a Flosstube because I have lots and lots to talk about. So let's get started. So I've had some really awesome finishes. First finish is the website. That's finally done. So I'm celebrating with 20% off store-wide at the moment. So check that out. I'll put the coupon code in the description below. But I've also had a few pieces done. So here's my first. I love this one. I am a scientist according to the bit of paper I have. I'm a biological scientist. Let me try and get that straight. So this really resonates with me, and I love my little token symbols. Oh, very sciencey. So I tried to get a little bit of everything for science, including astronomy because I like astronomy. Who doesn't? But yeah, so often hypothesis and theory, not the same. And it really irks me. It's an ongoing joke between myself and my science friends. So I made that one. So that one's all done. And I finally finished this piece. So I'm pretty proud of that. I had to put 2 flowers on the bottom in the end because I kind of screwed up. And when I was working on it, I was rolling and rolling and rolling. And I had no idea that it was out of sync. So my bottom flower should have actually been in the middle, and it wasn't. So I threw in an extra flower, and now that's how it's meant to be. Because I designed it so, you know, I can change it. I'm allowed. Privilege! So yeah, I had that go on. We're getting an internet upgrade. I finally bit the bullet and decided to go for NBN. So everything's going to skyrocket. I'm going to... my daughter's pulling faces at me through the window. Hi! So I'm going to go from a download speed of around 15 to 50, and my upload will go from 0.8 to 25. So it's a huge difference for me, and it's really going to impact how I run the business. I'll be able to do everything a lot faster. And it also means I can stream live. I'll finally have that capability. I have the webcam and the technology for it. I didn't have the internet speed. So I'm finally at that point where I'll be able to do those things. So I'll give it a go. I might get on Twitch and have a crack at live streaming cross stitch, but I haven't really figured out how to do that from this space because I need a lot of space to stitch. So what else have I been doing in the cross stitch world? Well, I thought I'd show you a few things. So I stitch by highlighting my pattern as I go, and I used to get highlighter all over the couch, and that didn't bother me too much because it was an old couch, so whatever. I knew I was going to get a new one. Then I got my new couch and I became rather paranoid. So I have these. You can buy them as puppy pee pads. The medical industry has them. This is what goes under your tushy if you're having something done. So there's lots of different places you can get them from, and they come under a lot of different names. My first lot are medical, and I also have the puppy pee pad ones as well, and I use that on my craft desk so I don't make a mess of my nice wooden desk, which is behind me. You can see some of them there. So I pop that down, and that's where my highlighter goes, and you couldn't see it in the picture, but it saved my butt a lot of times. So that's where that goes, and that's also where my little floss pad from Carla goes as well. And I thought I'd try something new for my floss storage while I'm stitching, because I've moved on to, I'm doing a small piece, but I also have a really big piece called Nostalgia Extract, and I took away some of the background on that one. So that one has 100 colours. So I was looking at around 3 of my traditional Tupperware containers to store the floss, and I've kind of had enough of stealing all my Tupperware containers. I mean, I would have used 4 to 5 for what I've got going on at the moment. So I went to Kmart, which is a bit like, as close as you get it is like a Walmart in America. So I went there and I had a look at what they've got. So this is my first one. There's what it is, if anyone's interested. So it's quite wide, and it has little wheels underneath it too, which I didn't think would have much purpose, but it's actually really cool. And because it's so big, I've stuck my needle minders on top. So it's got enough room to put like cones and stuff on the side, and then I've got needle minders up top. And I love that it's transparent because I can see where my numbers begin in this box. and it did have inserts, that's why it's got holes. So I could have divided it, but I decided just to go as the one big unit. So I really like that. I like that, you know, I can have a cone in there too. That's really cool. So I can store things, so I can put like my needles and everything else in there if I wanted to. So I have that one. And then realised one wasn't enough, so I went back and I saw something else. So I tried that something else, which was this one, which also came from the pantry organising section. There's what it is, if anyone's interested. This one's even more transparent, and I love it. It's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I think it's pretty. It's very like schmick. Again, it's got room at the side, but I don't know if I'd fit my cone in there, would I? Not comfortably. So it doesn't comfortably fit a cone like the other one because it's not quite as wide. So they're what I'm using, and it's working out really well for me. So I'm enjoying those. So if you're a Tupperware girl like me and you like using the little Ziploc bags like I do, highly recommend heading out to Kmart or somewhere similar that does pantry storage and looking for something like that, because this is really working for me. This is cool. Now, what else have I got to talk about? I got my frame. I got my beautiful frame for my artwork. So Carla, say thank you for it again, please. So I love it. I love it. Isn't it gorgeous? So this came with my goodies from Carla. Isn't it gorgeous? So I have my frame. So today I can finally frame it. And I'm going to pop it on my wall. So see my photos in the background? That's my friend Cez and Nick and Paulie. So I'm going to pop it up there because it's very special to me, and I feel super lucky to have been gifted an artwork, so I'm pretty stoked. So that's what I've got going on there. Oh, now Carla made me these are what I call the grime guard. Really cool. So they're elasticated, like only on the end parts, so that it stretches over. And I'm really glad I got this kind, because I had them made for my longest frame and then put navy blue fabric on my longest frame and realised that none of my other frames are that long. So I've had to kind of retrofit this one, because this is for my nostalgia. So you can't see from the picture, but it's actually opal fabric. So it sparkles and it's white. I don't like working with white at all because I'm a grubby muck. I don't wash my pieces when they're finished. Mostly because they're hand-dyed fabric. Hi Holly! Mostly because they're hand-dyed fabric, so I worry that they'll run and ruin the stitching. So I've never washed anything. So now I'm working on just plain white opal, and I'm terrified of making it mucky because it's going to show. It's really going to show. So I got Carla from Alaskan Wolfpack to make me these grime guards, and oh, perfect. Couldn't have asked for better. They're really awesome. I will put a link to her store below as well. And yeah, so I had those made. They're really awesome, and because of the way she's made them, even though the frame I'm using is smaller, I've just been able to sort of wrap them around a bit and then use the elasticy bit to hold it together, so it's still going to work really well. So I love that this one I can use on different sized frames, even though it was designed for a bigger frame. And can I just say, bang on the measurements, because I did try it out on the frame it was originally built for and it was perfect. And she also made me these really cool project bags, which I have left in the lounge room. Well done, Jodie. But she made me those and I've already filled them all. I know, right? I have 4, I think, 4 or 5, and I filled them all. So I've got that going on. I've sort of taken a little step back from the website at the moment now that it's finally finished. I have been working on this since March, I think, and it's been a really hard slog. I've worked really hard, so now I can finally focus more on stitching and designing, which will be really nice. I have missed it a lot. The designing's sort of been a bit sporadic, so I'll be focusing really hard on that and my needle minders as well. So yeah, I'm trying out a bit of an experiment really for towards the end. The Secret Santa pattern that I give away for free every year is in the works. I've seen some preliminary art. I'm really happy with it. We've gone back to a theme, or we're revisiting a theme. I don't want to say too much without giving it away. So we'll be hopefully having the artwork done mid to late October before Kaya goes on holidays. So I'm pretty excited for that. So once that's all done and dusted, I will launch the 2019 Secret Santa, so that if you want to get in early, you can. I'll probably even do a bit of an early bird discount on that as well, so that you can get a bit of a reward for getting in early. The patterns this year will be delivered after Christmas, and that's only because for the first time I don't think I've ever gone away at Christmas. Before my son was born, that was the last time I went away for Christmas, I think. So over 8 years, I finally decided to go away for Christmas. So I've been a bit selfish in that. So because I'll be out of the country for Christmas, I won't be able to deliver the patterns. So they'll come closer to New Year. So I hope that's okay with everyone. You're going to get a late Christmas present, but as always, you will get that free pattern that I get specially designed. So you'll get it before anybody else, because I won't even launch it until well into the new year for everybody else. So it's really, really cool. And of course, I'll delay releasing that pattern because there'll be a delay in doing the Secret Santa delivery. And this year, we're not just doing patterns, we're going to do needle minders too. So I'm going to do up like a bucket full of 32 mil, like they'll all be Christmas wrapped. So I won't know what they are. Nobody's going to know what they are. And if you want to participate in that, you just have to do brain fade, do your minder and the shipping. I'm just going to do. I haven't quite worked out shipping yet. I think we'll be all right. Yeah, we'll be all right with that because. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, so I'll do that, and you'll be able to get a surprise minder. So that'll be another Secrety Santa thing that we've got going on, because I've always wanted to do needle minders, but those will go out before Christmas, and they will have an earlier cut-off too. But all the Secret Santa needle minders will go the same time, so that we make sure it's on the ball. So we've got that. What else have we got? I think that's it, really. I've decided to sell a few of my finished works. I don't know how that'll go, because I'm asking what they're worth, not what people expect to pay. But I am trying really hard to try and change the way people see cross stitch. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of hours go into this, each piece, and then the framing. And I use archival glass too, the same stuff that gets used in museums, so it's not cheap even to frame, but I've decided to give it a go. If they don't sell, that's okay, because I want enough to have an exhibition eventually anyway. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and I think that I'm going to close off now, because how long have I been blah-blaring for? I can't even see. I have no idea, but I've been blah-blaring forever anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed my Flosstube. Take it easy. I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll see you for the next Flosstube. Don't forget, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. See you guys. Take it easy, if I can forget it.